HC Nation! Hey, Zach Edwards here with another Tutorial Tuesday where I'm going to talk to you about all these emails that I've been holding on to for a little while, and I want to answer everyone and give everyone a shout out for anyone that gave us questions over the last year. These ones have all come in within the last 4 months, but I haven't answered them yet on the YouTube channel. I've answered them online over email. So I wanted to give a little shout out to all these people and also answer their questions for everyone to see. Now it's the last one for the year, so after this I'm going to do something new with Tutorial Tuesday, but I wanted to get this done and get this out so everyone can hear about the people that submitted these questions. So this is from Dane Pearson. He says, Rasputin's ability says that is only discarded when a czar is played or when you attack the land. Would that ability take effect if any player attacked the land? Yes. Yes, for the fact that Rasputin, actually, here's the deal. So a czar is played, of course, that's the easy one. But when you attack the land, so basically if you play the card, it's supposed to be when you attack the land. Ultimately, Rasputin would stick around forever, and that's horrible. I mean, really, Rasputin would basically keep that land alive because you can't take the land as long as there's someone in that land. So this is an ability that has been fixed and is being replaced in 2.0 version of the cards. Yes, there are small changes that need to be done, small cards that need to be revamped because of such as this, small wording that need to make a change. So Rasputin, as for the gameplay, yes, anybody can kill Rasputin off, minus the person that he's in the land. So if the person owns the land that Rasputin's in, that person cannot discard him. Has to be one of the opponents to take him out. Alright, question number 2 from Dane. What would happen if an opponent reversed an event card that allows you to gain morale? So, if I'm gaining morale and someone reverses that effect, what's the reverse of gaining morale? It's decreasing morale, right? So, ultimately, it would decrease the morale of that person. Now, if he's playing, say if I'm the person playing a card that's going to attack you, the reverse of attacking you would be putting it back on me. But if I'm playing a card for myself and you reverse it, it only affects me, it doesn't affect you. But if I'm playing a card that affects you, reversing it reverses it back on me. It does, so if I decrease your morale by 400 and you reverse it, it does not mean you get 400 points. It means it reverses that penalty back on me. So the 2 ways of getting a reverse, or to reverse a card, is the initial card is going to affect me. I get affected the opposite direction. At the same time, if I'm playing it against someone else, the reverse is playing it back on the person that played that card. I hope that makes sense. Okay, number 3. Can you use an Interrupt Explorer to discover a land during someone else's turn? So this is the same question that a few people have asked all at the exact same time, which is really interesting because it never has come up before. So in Interrupt Explorer, yes, when you play an Interrupt Explorer, you automatically are able to find a new land and put that Explorer there. Be careful though, because you find that land, you put the Explorer down, your opponent can attack that land with no problem, because he'll only have one card to attack it, to attack against. So if he has a whole army, you find a North American card, he has a North American card, land, he can attack at that turn, so you have to be careful. Yes, an interrupt's great, but if it's going to jeopardize you from actually keeping that land, you might want to reconsider playing it. Can you play, so number 4, can you play an event card but wait to use its ability? P.S. Thank you for listening and answering all of these questions. Now, a problem on answering all the questions. Actually, Dane and I had a back and forth for a while, a few different questions. So, or actually of all these questions, I just lumped them into one. So, yes, can you play an event card but wait to use its ability? Yes and no. So there's a question on it. A lot of times the abilities will say in the ability section on the card. But because there's been some problems with that of not exactly knowing, that's why we came up with 2.0. where you have two symbols at the bottom. One that tells you if it's a C, H, or I, which means constant, hold, you can hold the ability, or it's an immediate, so it means you have to play it immediately after you play it. So use the ability as soon as you play it. And then the second symbol is 1, 2, or infinity. It means you can do it once, you can use it twice, or you can use it an infinite amount of times. So we're trying to clear up all of these questions when it comes to do we have to use the ability right away? Well, if it has an I and it's 2.0, then yes, you do. But as of right now, if it does not say in the abilities, then no, you don't. So, but read the abilities. If it says you have to play it, then yes, you do. I'm going to go back on that. Wait. Sorry, I should actually re-record this because of that, but I'm not. If you play an event card is different than a character card. A character has an ability and such, so they can hold on to their abilities. They can hold on to their skills and use them whenever they want. Those are the ones that always, I tell you can hold on to right now. You don't have to use them right away. Event cards, if you're going to play the Galveston Hurricane, the Hurricane's not going to be stirring out here waiting for you to say, okay, now hit him. So as soon as you play it, the event's abilities have to be played. It has to be immediate. Unless it says otherwise, played immediately. So for people, characters, you can hold it as of right now with 1.0 version. And then if it's an event, it has to be used right away. So hopefully hopefully you got all of that, Dane, and that is your answer. Daniel Nunn. His is about the Holy Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Empire's ability says, with Charlemagne in your battlefield, gain 500 points strength and 500 morale. You may attack from Europe to Asia and vice versa. So that's the ability. So his question is, does this mean that you can attack from Europe to Asia if you have Charlemagne in your battlefield? So basically, in the abilities it say you may attack Europe to Asia or it's vice versa, Asia to Europe. Does that mean that you can only attack? Oh, no, not only attack. It's an added bonus. It's an extra. You may attack. So you can use the regular rules where you can attack anywhere you want, and that's inside that one continent. Remember, you can't attack outside of the continent. But with Charlemagne, you can attack between two continents, Europe and Asia. So with him in the land, you can attack any Asian land from a European land. That's his ability. So thank you so much for Daniel for giving me that question. Next one is from Joshua. Joshua, I think a mat about the Battle of the Alamo in Texas would be really cool. Thanks. P.S. I don't have my own email account. Oh, sorry. Oh, so he's just getting a response. I don't know why I printed this off. But thank you, Joshua, for giving me the thumbs up on the Alamo playmat. It's actually been a huge success, a huge hit, and people love it. Even after they get it and see all the details in there, they even love it even more. So, because you can get some really good detail, and that came from the same artist that did the Battle of Hastings and also the Samurai mat. But it's based off the same kind of concept as the Battle of Hastings, being able to see all the detail, and you can actually see the detail of the actual historical figures that were in there. To talk about something I did in the past, I said that a certain somebody was in there. I said David Bowie, Daniel Boone was in the Alamo. He was not in the Alamo. It's Jim Bowie. The Bowie knife is made out of, or is named after, and also Davy Crockett are in the Alamo. So you can actually see the detail of where they are in the battlefield as they attack, as they fight. Last question. This one is from Teddy. Okay, so the Gavrilo Princip, I don't know his name, sorry. But the abilities, interrupt. One of your opponent's leaders or conquerors is assassinated and discarded. We have a difference of opinion on how the card should be played. On the player's turn, he wanted to play this card out of his hand to assassinate an opponent's leader or conqueror, okay? He didn't feel this card had to be put in the active area of the battlefield. His opponent thought the card had to be played in the battlefield because it is a character card and had attack defense points on it. Could you please clarify the way to play this card? This is the same rule for all cards. All character cards have to be played in the battlefield on a land before anything happens. So if you are full, if you have 4 characters in one land, you have to discard one of those characters in order to fit him in, the assassin in order to assassinate someone. You can't just have him out here and say, okay, I'm going to assassinate and then discard him. It doesn't work. Because the rules say that all characters have to be placed in a land. So they have to reside in the land and they can attack. Same goes with Booth, who assassinated Lincoln. Same goes with the assassin of... Actually, I think this is the assassin of Mahatma Gandhi. So for all characters, they have to be placed in the land. Okay, one last question from Teddy. Okay, so Boston Tea Party event card. Ability. When played, you discover a new land from one of your opponent's land piles. Do you just take the top card from his land pile, or do you get to look through his land pile and take the card of your choice? If the correct answer is you take it off the top of the land pile and it matches a land you already have within your battlefield, do you get to take another land card from your land pile? That's a good question. So again, the abilities say, when played, you discover a new land from your opponent's land pile. It does not say you go through the pile. If it said you went through the pile, then you can go through the land pile. But you can't. You got to take the top one off. You take the top one off, it's the exact same land. And much like if you have the Berlin Wall and the Berlin Wall comes down, you have 2 lands. Oh, sorry, not the Berlin Wall. If you take over, let's just say if you take over a land. If you take over a land that is the same as your land, you already have that, what happens to it? It goes to the discard. Well, ultimately, you can't actually discover that land. You're not able to, you're not allowed to. So yes, if you come to that card, you may pick another one, because it actually says in the abilities, you discover a new land. Not you may discover if it's the same, if it's not the same one. It doesn't say that. It says you discover a new one. So it's permanent. It's a definite. So you get to pick another card. So from the top, pick another card. Thanks so much for joining me on this Tutorial Tuesday. Can't wait for next year. I got some great things to show you. And yeah, so also check out our Stump the Creator. It was just started up 2 weeks ago, and we've already got tons of emails in asking me questions, especially from 2 people, Trace and, who was the other person? It was Trace and Josh. Thank you guys. It seems like you're competing to see who can get the most Stump questions in there. So on Stump the Creator Monday, we will actually check those questions out. So, and we'll be having them from the last 2 weeks as well. So go check those out. See if you can stump me. I dare ya. Come on, double dog dare ya. Triple dog dare ya. Quadruple dog dare ya. Take me on. Okay, Zach Edwards, over and out. Thanks again. Bye. If you have any comments or questions, add them to the comments below. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow, actually. Take care. Bye.